to help the scorpion. What did we just say? He was, the man was trying to do what?
What was he trying to
Save him.
Ready? Go.
It's just so exciting seeing them grow and seeing myself grow. This is the pinnacle of what I think the Jesuits are all about, what education should be all about.
What I got out of it was so much more than I could have ever imagined.
I think service learning really enlivens the classroom.
Once I finally got into what the service learning component was, I loved it.
I think that I've gained boundless amounts more than I've given. People have just given selfless love and really taught me about faith and taught me what's important, and I bring that back to campus.
I really fell in love with Baltimore City. Service learning was my first step into the city.
I see the experience of service learning as a bridge between academic experience and working for justice, experiencing the conditions of working for justice. And I think that this has great benefits because it allows our students to see that their academic studies have real-world implications.
My favorite thing about Jesuit education has been my service learning, actually, because I really feel that my service experiences, the suffering that I've experienced in Baltimore City and abroad that breaks my heart, really has propelled me to study harder in my academics to make a change in our world. And that's what Kolvenbach said, that's what Father O'Neill asks us to strive for, and that's what I think the Jesuit ideals really mean to me.
I see service learning as being very integral to my own kind of sense of cura personalis and the education of the whole person. I'm a big proponent of active and engaged learning because I think students need to see, smell, hear, touch, and experience things to really kind of get at the essence of the course material.
Service learning and operations management make a perfect partnership. What happens is that the operations management course focuses on high quality, faster, less expensive, better service, and flexibility. And all those things really play into how you go and do work with your partners and serve in a service learning situation.
My service learning was at the Esperanza Center downtown, and I was teaching adult ESL classes. I was very hesitant in the beginning to work with an adult population, an adult immigrant population. It was really wonderful to put a face to immigrants and the Hispanic population in the city, and the connections that came from that I was amazed by.
I gained a lot out of service learning because now, outside of the classroom, I'll reflect upon things and tie them into the things I'm learning in all different kinds of classes, even outside of my Spanish course, even my business courses, things that are going on in the economy, I'll relate them directly to what I'm learning in class, and it's helped me to better reflect upon experiences and what I learn in class.
I think the big emphasis in a service learning course is on realizing that this outside component to the class almost acts like another textbook with you in the classroom. So for example, when I was working with this family who had a developmentally disabled daughter, everything that was service learning, writing the letters, recording the video, interviewing the family, worked and integrated itself right back into the class that was learning how to write arguments, because I had to do them both in class and outside of class.
I took my service learning course my first semester freshman year, right when I stepped onto campus. And I didn't really know what I was going to do. I didn't know what my major was going to be, and I didn't know what I was going to choose to get involved with. Service learning cemented my major, it cemented my minor, and really kind of set me on a path of service.
Project Health's mission is to change the healthcare system, and we do so by taking college students, deploying them in healthcare settings on behalf of vulnerable families. And we could not do this work if it wasn't for the time, energy, and tenacity of these college students, where there really is a role to play with students involved in the healthcare system working on behalf of families. And the service learning students are the most passionate, the most engaged, and have the best perspective on how to actually go about doing that type of systemic change.
One of the things that my service learning students do, besides tutoring African refugees 2 hours a week, is they write a reflection each week about their experiences, linking it to what they've been learning in class. And I find it tremendously exciting and rewarding to read the reflections and see the kind of aha moments going on when they actually experience what they've been reading about.
When refugee youth come here to Baltimore, they're under tremendous pressure of acculturating into the society, and they face extreme social, emotional, and academic challenges when they're thrown into the school system. So what RYP does is we strive to help support refugees with the partnership with Loyola by matching them with volunteers who help with academic needs, as well as being role models for refugee youth here in Baltimore.
I think that service learning has really been transformational for me, just direct connections with students. One student named Abir, who's from the Sudan, who I met at Refugee Youth Project, she told me that there are children starving in her country and that nobody cares. And I told her that I do care, and she asked me what I want to do, and I said I want to be a human rights lawyer. And she said, I never would have thought a Loyola student would care. And so I think it's really important for the Baltimore community to know that there are Loyola students who care. I'll never forget the faces of those people. They'll never just be theoretical for me.